Hey guys, I'm Jeff Bauer, the owner of Bauer & Sons in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Also the guy that runs this YouTube channel here, Barn and Home, and we're going to talk about barndominiums. This is a 101 video, and in the video we're going to talk about where you want to build, we're going to talk about what you want to build, and we want to talk about why you want to build these things. So let's jump in. First thing, where do you want to build? Doesn't matter what you're building. Call it a barndominium, call it a house, moving a trailer, doesn't mean anything. Location, location, location. That's the number one rule in real estate. Why is this key for you to think about? Because every county is going to have a different group of leaders running the local municipalities. And those leaders have enacted policies that affect your life. They affect the lives of the citizens in that particular county. So, case in point, if you live in a city and the regulations within the county where your city lies, where you're working, if you can move over and leave that particular county and just get over the border, you may experience a whole different way of living. It's going to affect the school systems. It will certainly affect your property taxes. And then a couple key things that a lot of people don't always think about is the local government regulates all of your zoning policies. So from one county to another county, you may deal with a particularly strict zoning board that will have much more regulation on the size, the scope, the height, the property lines of the thing that you would like to build, and then any future building. The other big thing about zoning is if you think that you're going to use your new home, your new barndominium, and use it as a local business, or you want to move your business into it. Well, some counties, if you have not gone through the zoning process and gotten that approved, you could find yourself in a real world of hurt because you didn't do that research up front. And then you have to deal with the government and basically undoing or trying to get permission secondarily. The other thing is the building departments. From one county to another county, our building departments change drastically. So the two extremes of this are the very, very stringent counties. And when you're dealing with an extremely stringent county, you've got the pros, which could be that the county is helping to enforce only the highest caliber of building and builders. Now, the negative of that is that when you're dealing with an extremely stringent building department, you, the end user, you wind up paying what I would call a hassle fee. And so specifically, there are counties here in Indiana that the tradespeople charge a slight premium just because they know that the interaction within the building department, between the characters, between the zoning, between those who run those organizations, can be much more difficult. So there's what is known kind of as it's a PIA fee, a pain in the ass fee, and it's a real thing that builders and contractors factor in. Now, the opposite is true, that there are some counties that literally don't have a building department. And you could wind up with a shoddy builder because those builders can get away with more in those counties because they know that they're not going to be scrutinized. So you need to find the happy medium, but it's really on you to do the research prior. So home businesses, building department, planning and zoning, covenants, restrictions, all of that, that's the where. Do that research first. The what. What are you trying to build? Let's start with this. What is a barndominium? A barndominium is really kind of a funny word. Who knows who made this thing up? But the word barn is an old English word, and it just means a barley house. And the word dominus, it's a Latin word that means ruler or master. So whoever came up with it, you get to be the leader and master of your own, giant grain bin, basically. But here's the reality. You are building a house. You're building a house. And the house that you're trying to build has barn features to it. And the barn features of a barndominium typically are a rustic style, barn metal siding on the exterior of the home and a very large open concept floor plan. That's really what it is. And so this is key. When you go to your lender and you're thinking about building a home and you have this idea, I want to build a barndominium, don't tell your lender that you're building a barndominium. And the reason why is because this is a new concept. And like a lot of government agencies, lenders operate only through forms. They only operate through check boxes and through very pre thought out concepts. And so there's not a lot of gray in these departments. So they don't have a barndominium checkbox per se. And the other big thing is what you're building is a house. Here in the Midwest, we wouldn't really build a barndominium in the same way that we would build a barn. We actually would build a barn like we're building a home, or a barndominium like we're building a home. What do I mean by that? It has to do with the foundation type. And we'll learn more about that in the second video. But ultimately, a barndominium is a house. And what you want to build, you need to get a blueprint. So you need to actually work with an architect or a home designer, or you need to find a legitimate website online, a legitimate website, not some $50 plan off of Etsy that you're just going to bring to somebody and say, can you build this? You really should get a full comprehensive foundation view, elevation view, and a floor plan. And once you get that blueprint, that's what you want to build. And then you're going to bring that to a qualified builder who can walk you through colors, textures, metal choices, window types, roofing, good, better, and best building techniques. Again, that'll all be in the second video. So the thing about the home is there's been a misnomer about barndominiums that possibly they're not insurable, or they don't have the same value, or you're not really building a house. And those are just misnomers. You are building a home that looks more like a barn, okay? The third thing is why? Why do you want to build this? What's in this for you? You may be the number one why for you is you've been told that this is going to be cheaper. And I'm going to pop the bubble. You're still building a house. You still need to climate control it. You're still going to run electric. Everything needs to be built to code. You're probably going to put flooring down. You'll have your bathrooms, your kitchens, and you're building a full house. Therefore, you're really not building anything that's cheaper. You're still going to be paying the same price as you would build a home. You're just changing the layout and the textures involved. So why you want to build a barndominium? Maybe you're into country living. Maybe you do want to run a business and operate it out of your house. Maybe you're looking for a really cool vibe that you can have entertainment space. Maybe you're looking for more of a hardy type of structure with the metal siding, which is a great product, by the way. Metal siding is much more durable, and it's actually a lot more sustainable as an eco-friendly product. Maybe you want to get kind of, you want to put your toe in the water of kind of a little off-grid living, a little more self-sustainability, homesteading, because you've got a large family. So that's your whys. But before you begin to journey, think through, where do you want to live? Do the research. What is it that you're trying to build? And really why you're looking to build that. Hey, I hope this is helpful. Take some notes, jump into video 2 and then video 3 for the full comprehensive education. Thanks.